All right, guys, we just got some potentially exciting news about Star Wars Outlaws, which is the new upcoming open world Star Wars game by Ubisoft. So if you guys haven't been paying attention, this game is supposed to come out in the first half of this year. Being April, I mean, we're already 4 months out of 6, so it can't be too far away, to be honest. And I'm pretty sure that, I mean, if based on history, it could be releasing in the next 2 to 3 months. So what we found out is I saw this article by Insider Gaming earlier today, basically stating that Star Wars Outlaws has been rated in Brazil. Now, that's not the important part. What it does say down below is that it's also been rated as 19 plus in Korea and M for mature in Australia already. Brazil's rating was T for teen. So the important part of that is that Korea has already rated the game. Now, when multiple countries have rated the game, it obviously states that they could be gearing up for a release. But there's an interesting part in here from a content creator named Jaw Raptor. You've probably seen him before. I've seen his videos, great content creator. And he broke down the fact that the past ratings in Korea versus the game's release dates shows that it's typically around 2 to 3 months in between the game launching and the game being rated. So the fact that it's just been rated in Korea recently, we could see a release date in 2 to 3 months onwards. And he gives examples as well. So Assassin's Creed Mirage was rated on July 17th and released on October 5, which was 80 days later, so just short of 3 months. Jedi Survivor, which you guys would all remember last year, it was rated on January 9th and released on April 28th, which was 109 days later, but that was because of a delay. It was originally supposed to release on March 17th, which was 67 days after being rated, so just over 2 months. And then The Division 2, which was also a Ubisoft game, was rated on January 8th and released on March 12th, 63 days later. So basically 2 months after being rated. So potentially we could be looking forward to seeing Star Wars Outlaws released very soon. Earlier today as well, it was announced that Ubisoft will have their Forward event on June 10th, which is in like 2 months from now. And they're going to release, obviously, a look at the new Assassin's Creed. But could this potentially be the release date for Star Wars Outlaws as well? Obviously, a lot of people are excited for this game. I'm personally super excited. Anything Star Wars to me is exciting and I'm looking forward to for sure. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Do you think this is all just conspiracy, or do you think potentially they will stick to their release schedule? Star Wars games, and I mean a lot of games in general recently, have had delays. You look at Jedi Survivor and just about every other game that released last year, they all had delays. And when it comes to an IP like Star Wars as well, there's so many different things that need approval. You've got to go through LucasArts, you got to go through Disney, you got to go through all the checks up and above and beyond to actually find out when the game is going to be approved for it to be released. So I'm hoping that alongside this Ubisoft Forward event on June 10th, they just drop the game. I would love for a surprise drop on June 10th for Star Wars Outlaws. I think that would be awesome. I mean, yeah, of course, I'd love to see it sooner. I think everyone would love to see it before June, but realistically, with it being rated in Korea just recently and now in Brazil, I think really June 10th is a good date to shoot for. I don't think it's too far away that we're going to lose interest. I don't think it's too soon that it's going to release and be buggy and all those kind of things. I really hope it has the smoothest release, because especially with Star Wars games history, their releases are always atrocious. You go back, you look at Jedi Survivor, it had a ton of performance issues when it launched. You look at the Battlefront Classic Collection, it had so many online bugs, the servers were atrocious, everything was crashing, there was a bunch of stuff missing out of the campaign. Then you go back and look at EA Battlefront 2 with the microtransactions and the loot box thing that was an issue for like the first month. There are so many historically bad starts with Star Wars games that Star Wars Outlaws, I feel like, needs to be perfect if it's going to do well. If you look at the Battlefront Classic Collection, this is how cutthroat Battlefront fans or Star Wars fans in general are if you don't have a good launch. The Battlefront Classic Collection launched a couple of weeks ago. If you check the Steam numbers now, there's like 200 concurrent players on Steam. That is insane to me that that's all that is running on Steam right now, when there was like thousands and thousands of people pre-ordering and excited for the game, like even up to the 10,000 mark. I think I saw numbers somewhere. So, you know, you really do need to be on top of everything when you release a Star Wars game, because if you have a bad start, you're going to be in for a rough time. And I think people that still think Battlefront 2 has microtransactions and is a scam, that is purely because of the fact that it released with a really bad microtransaction system. So we need Star Wars Outlaws to release perfectly without a hitch, and I think they can do it. The game's been in development for a while, and Ubisoft, I mean, they're hit and miss with their releases, so I'm hoping they nail this one. And if it's as late as July or June 10th, like they said they were, that's basically halfway into this year. So that's the midpoint of this year. That runs in line with their schedule. I mean, it's just outside their schedule. They did say the first half of this year, but I'm not too sure. Hopefully, this piece of news to me is very exciting. Hopefully to all of you guys, it's very exciting. And I'm really fingers crossed for this game to launch sooner rather than later. I'm hoping June 10th is the latest we're going to potentially get Star Wars Outlaws. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will see you guys very soon with another video. I'll keep you all updated if I hear anything. And with that, I will leave you till the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.